Thanks so much for joining me. I wanted to bring you another reading. This is a timeless reading, could have already happened, could be happening now, could happen in the future. You could also use this as a manifestation reading. All you need to do is claim this energy as your own. Um, I get my information from God and from the Holy Spirit. I don't use any cards or anything. If you would like to work with me, my information is in the description below. Astrology readings, twin flame stuff, and spiritual healing, so much more. Um, Sometimes I will say divine feminine and I mean divine masculine, and vice versa. Use those terms as they make sense. In your situation, we have both masculine and feminine energies in us. Um, so just keep in mind that I could be talking about either. All right, y'all, let me go in. So you may have manifested unexpectedly a twin flame, a mirror soul, new love coming into your life. And for some of you, collective, also lots of financial abundance uh, was manifest. You manifested a lot of financial abundance, wealth coming into your life as well. And maybe it came in like a windfall of money. Again, maybe you won some money, maybe you were gifted some money, maybe a mentor gave you money or left you money, maybe someone just wrote you a check out of the blue, maybe the money got deposited into your account. For some of you, maybe you got a raise and it was huge. Maybe you started your own business or it grew, like, and got clients pouring in, business pouring in, whatever it was. And overnight, it felt like all the work that you had done paid off and you got this windfall of money. And for some of you, you got also love. So love might have poured into your life all of a sudden. You felt like, I don't know what happened, just this person, we ran into each other, and the next thing you know, we're engaged or we're married or whatever. And it was just a fairy tale romance between the two of you. Maybe you eloped, you went away on your honeymoon, and you're living happily ever after, but it seemed like it happened so fast. But um, what happened was, when you looked back, say a month, maybe a couple weeks, even a couple months before this came into your life, you were really doing some deep thought. You were really manifesting, really visualizing, really, meditating, really talking to people, really feeling good, really, putting work into just feeling the best that you could feel. And then you said you got frustrated maybe, and you said, you know what, I'm letting it all go. I don't really care what happens. I don't care. I'm giving up on it. I'm just going to live my life and do whatever I want. It doesn't matter. It's okay. And when you released it, the power that you put out there, when you just took your hands off of it, when, like sometimes people say, when you release it, you release your resistance. And when you did that, like, the most powerful manifestations started flooding into you, like money, opportunities, like I said, business, clients. For some of you, the love of your life came in, like, all of a sudden you feel like he came in on a magic carpet or something. Where did he come from? And it was like you weren't looking, you weren't worried, you kind of let it go. You released your resistance to it. And when you did, and you just said, I'm just going to be happy, I'm just going to feel good, as good as I can. I'm just going to be okay. And when you did that, all of a sudden, either it's one, the other, or both, love and the bag. So either love came flooding in, money, wealth came flooding in, or both came flooding in. And for you, you're celebrating right now, and saying, if you had to explain what you did, that was it. You really felt as good as you can, or as good as you could. You were happy, you were trying to be joyful, you're listening to the music you love, or watching, a little video, excuse me, or movies that you love, or you were, looking at other people who've built success and abundance, and you were, like I said, at some point you just said, you know what, I give up, I forget it all, I'm just letting it go, and you released it. And this is when the power, really came back to you, and you got this amazing, lover, this person who loves you. They want to cuddle, they want to hold you, they'll, cuddle with you all night. When you change positions, they change positions because they want to be right next to you, or maybe they give you space if you like space. And maybe, they're like, you say, all right, I'm going to the store, and they looking at you with these puppy dog eyes, and you're like, you want to go, and they're like, well, I don't want to crowd you out, and you're saying, no, 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 you could go. And you're that close, like you always want to be with each other, you always want to do something, you always want to have an adventure, you want to take each other places, you want to spoil each other, give each other gifts, you want to, you know you really are excited about the rest of your life with this person. This person is abundant already, and they want to buy you gifts, and they want to take you places and do things, but they're, fearful at times because they're like, are they going to accept me? Are they going to accept my lifestyle? Will they be okay with me? Or are they going to reject me? Are they going to cheat? Are they going to lie? Are they going to treat me bad? Are they going to make me look dumb, stupid in front of friends and family or whatever? Are they going to just up and vanish on me? Or you might feel the same way. Are they going to make you look stupid? Are they going to just leave you? Are they going to reciprocate? Is this going to last? Or are they going to just cut it short, in the near future? What's it going to be like, in your union or your relationship? Are they going to keep doing these things that they're doing? And they're afraid you're not going to keep doing what you're doing. And so the both of you, I think, are really having some amazing, and healing experiences with each other. And you're really encouraging and supporting each other. And it's important to continue that before both of you are saying, I don't want it to end. I don't want it to be too good to be true, but it's so rare. And again, we've been talking about it, but some people around you are kind of jealous. They're kind of wishing that you didn't have what you have. Could be their so-called friends, could be their friends, your friends, acquaintances, coworkers looking at you glowing up, and him glowing up and saying, how did they get here? How did they, get to go on so many vacations, take so many trips, or how do they get to really enjoy themselves like this? They don't have kids, they don't have all these responsibilities, or they don't have hatred in their heart for each other. They're not bitter. They're not trying to make each other's lives miserable. They're actually trying to find every excuse that they can to be happy. And when you're doing that, you are again creating this new template for how we should interact in couples and really love each other. And I've been hearing it, and I want to talk about it a little bit more, but this idea of the matriarchy. And if here's the thing for me, if you're a good leader in a certain area, lead, take on that role. If I'm a good leader in a certain area, I'm going to lead and take on that role, because that's going to be what's best for us, for our union, for our relationship, whatever. Sometimes you'll lead, sometimes the masculine will lead, and together, I think you have something amazing. And I think people will tell you, no, you need to sit back and let him lead, or man, you need to let her lead, and don't worry about, let her take care of everything. Use her up, whatever. And you're like, we're not trying to use each other. We're trying to complement each other, trying to build something, empires, things that last with each other. And no one else can give you advice on these things that really aren't twin flames or mirror souls, because they don't know what they're doing. They've been trying all these different things that have not worked in the past, and they're trying to tell you to do the exact same thing like it's going to work for you, and it's not. So again, as always, watch, read, listen to things that will lift you up. If you're going to be friends with couples, be friends with couples that have great energy, that have what you want, or are going in a similar direction to you, or they want to build just like you do, or whatever it is. But try to surround yourself with the energy of people, couples, whatever, that you know want something great too. Don't turn into the people whose relationships you thought were awful, because you have control over your thoughts, your um, communications, the things that you say, your actions, and all those things. So be mindful of those things. Everything that you do, you're asking for a response. What is, or the outcome? What is the outcome that you're asking for? You have to think about this, and you have to do the things that you know are going to bring you the results that you've been deserving and desiring. All right, y'all. So I want to come and bring some more news on this soon, but I will leave you this for now. As always, I will say happy lightning fast manifesting. Enjoy your wealth and your love and abundance. And I'm going to talk to y'all soon. All right. Love y'all. Bye for now.